What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Long awaited video. Today we're doing the politically incorrect series, so we're back with that stuff. Gonna have some one tape, I think 3 CDs, vinyl. This is going to be a sweet and short one. I'm hoping around 20-25 minutes maybe, if we're lucky. In the background we are listening to Kristallnacht compilation called of Elitism and War, or of War and Elitism, whatever. Either way, it's either two that. Of course, we're drinking today craft beer. The light is outside. It's pretty sunny today. Sun is shining, so there might be some glare. Apologies for that. We're drinking this one. This is a Pyhila Suvila Session IPA. So this is a craft beer from Estonia. Pyhila is one of the most famous breweries. Their beers are sold basically around the world. You can get them. Very popular craft beers. So this is a hazy DDH Session IPA brewed with juicy citra and mosaic hops. So Suvi is summer in the Estonian language, so you can understand this is a summer beer. Also, it's very light on degrees, only 3.8 volume alcohol, so you know, it's for a sunny, refreshing day. Have our Pyhila glass as well, and let's open this one and let's rock and roll. So of course, trigger warning for those who still don't get what the political incorrect updates are about. They are about politically incorrect bands, what some might consider basically an SBMC. A lot of foam, but yeah, should be a good beer. I think I've never tried this one, so yeah, summer beer, IPA. So yeah, we're gonna do a political incorrect update. So if you're sensitive and easily triggered by evil fascist Nazis and stuff like that, go to my regular updates. There I don't show this kind of bands, especially divided for people like that, so they wouldn't bitch. Yeah, a lot of people who bitch usually. So yeah, cheers. Let's drink our craft and let's go. Alright, so yeah, a bit of fucking foam, but here we go. Cheers, guys. Yeah, you got that summer refreshing vibe, you know. Feels really good. Okay, so, like I said, Kristallnacht in the back. Let's fucking roll. In order to avoid the glare, I'm gonna take stuff out first, and then I'm gonna show you. Okay, so we're starting off with this one. A very controversial band from France. This is, of course, Signor Voland. I think this is a Horrible Room release. It was distributed by New Era Production. Why, I am not sure. I just visually remember that they had this Horrible Room, had it on their website, and then it got sold out. As you can see, there are no actual markings here by whom it was released. So yeah, Signor Voland from France. At this point, it's already, you can say, quite a cult band. The main guy behind the band goes by the name of Sapfan. So for those again who don't know or are not into Bible, Sapfan is a fallen angel that joined Satan's side in a war between Satan and God before the fall of Satan. Yeah, so let's take a look at the tape. Pretty good. It's not a sticker actually. So the band was visualized by Sapfan in around 1996 when he was in jail. He was in jail for desecrating a grave. Apparently some photos were taken also, with the corpse. And if I'm not mistaken, the corpse was like a 12-year-old girl or something like that. So yeah, he was in jail for that, and he visualized the concept of the band there. Of course, if you are familiar with any kind of words of Signor Voland, you will know that lyrics are very anti-Semitic in this case. But yeah, the music is pretty good. It's actually more than good. It's I would say brilliant. The guy was released from jail in 1999, I think, so he served 3 years for grave desecration and taking pictures. There were other members of black metal scene who were involved in this, like Black Christ, I think, is the second guy. And they started to release the music after this. So this is a 2001 EP, self-titled, Senor Voland. It's a very brilliant black metal. This is what I can say. The vocals are the standing part of this release. They stand out absolutely. First of all, they are pretty unique. It's a hissing, whispering style of vocals. It almost feels like the dude is a snake, you know? It's that kind of vocals. The first track has very awesome galloping riffs. Overall feel of the whole EP is very misanthropic. Basically, it's a pure old school black metal with in some parts very triumphant riffs. So yeah, Senor Voland from France, very infamous band, very infamous project, grave desecration, and so on. Yeah, check this out. It's a brilliant NSBM from France. I don't even think you can call it an SBM because, as I understand, it's more of an anti-Semitic black metal or something like that. But yeah, check it out. It's absolutely brilliant stuff here. Senor Voland from France. I think that release was limited to 100 copies from Horrible Room, if I'm not mistaken. But like I said, there's no indication. So let's move forward now. Actually, yeah, let's move forward, and we're moving into territory of this one, Werewolf Brotherhood from Brazil. It's a new band. This is considered to be a demo. So, Rites of Murder and Sacrifice. Werewolf Brotherhood are a band from Brazil. Basically, at first I thought that they are not an SBM, but I think they are an SBM, or they are pretty controversial in any way. Released on Signal Rex. Signal Rex is one of those labels that doesn't give a fuck at all about your political, philosophical views. They are just releasing music. But a lot of people still call them, you know, an NS label. Beautiful logo here. CD is just black. So, yeah, the band is from Brazil. One of the members of the band, Warlord von Ravenclaw, yeah, that's the actual name of the dude in the band, was in a band called Resistancia 88. So, you know, before that band, he was in that band. So, Resistancia 88, of course, is a NNS band. So this is a demo, 20 minutes long, released in 2020. First of all, it has that ripping, throat ripping sound that starts immediately from the first track. There's blast beats, very dirty, evil, nasty vocals, and the whole thing is just like sharp, like razor blade. That's the only thing I can say about this release. If you like your black metal fast, sharp and straight to the point, without any bullshit, this band is for you. Werewolf Brotherhood from Brazil. Of course, I'm gonna show you something interesting in here. It's the notes, the infamous notes. So very old school picture. And now let's take a look into the notes. This notes here, this sentence. So, no band contact, no social media, no human pacifism, no hipsters. This material does not need to be reviewed. Fuck you. This was not a review of their material, this was my opinion. Yeah. Let's go below. Werewolf Brotherhood, Werewolf Blood Brotherhood supports the use of hard drugs, murder, primitive satanism, animal sacrifice, human experiments, debauchery, for the rise of new empire. Hail. There you fucking go. So, satanic, radical, very good, and very fast. Werewolf Blood Order, Rites of Murder and Sacrifice on Signal Rex. 2020 demo from Brazil. Check them out. Those guys are very fast and very good. Okay, so those were kind of albums that did not have controversial covers. The music was controversial, but the covers were okay. So now we're moving into the territory of the releases that have controversial covers, and the last release is gonna piss a lot of people off, I guarantee you. So before we do that, let's have a drink of a craft beer. Hope you are enjoying your whatever it is today. I don't know when the video is gonna be released. If it's work day, then hope you're having a good work. If it's weekend, have a great weekend. Cheers, and drink a lot of craft and listen to black metal. Yeah, it's pretty good beer, pretty light. Okay, let's pour it and put it aside and continue our journey into the radical black metal. Yeah, Pihila. Cheers. Okay, so now we're moving to Greece for one of the most famous NSBM projects currently, and I would say for a very long time. Of course, I'm talking about the mighty Wolfnacht. By this point, everybody should know Wolfnacht, I think. It's one of the greatest, probably, NSBM bands, and one of the greatest black metal bands in general in the current years. So, Wolfnacht, established in 1998 in Greece, one-man project. The guy behind the band goes by the name of Avelwolf. Yeah, and this is a 2017 release. The album is called Hyperborea. Hyperborea is a mythical land. Basically, it's a myth. It's a concept album. So let's talk about the concept of the album. As you can see, every Wolfnacht release has this Third Reich style art, the old art. So yeah, it's a concept release. So what it tells a story basically about SS soldiers and a couple of scientists from Ananebra who are going on a search by submarines. They travel by land to find the mythical land of Hyperborea. What's interesting, the lyrics are in English this time, and finally you can read the whole story. It's a very cool story, very interesting concept. So the whole album is a concept album. The atmosphere on the album is dense. Like I said, lyrics are in English, so you can read the whole story. The album starts off with a scream. Like the first thing that you hear is a scream. And then it goes into this traditional riffy black metal. There's the guy. Let's take a look inside. He always puts swastikas inside. Yeah, this time it's the same. So what's the sound is also, I can describe, since he's talking about the mythical land and the journey. So the sound sometimes goes to this kind of mysterious sound. There are some spoken lyrics in some songs, and those lyrics create this atmosphere of an epos, like a Greek epos is being told. Of course, this epos is about Ananebra and SS soldiers, but still, it's very unique in its way, creates a very interesting atmosphere, and the overall sound is like fantastic for Wolfnacht. I think it's one of those bands that never disappoints in the sound. I mean, it's always great to hear Wolfnacht. This is a reissue. It has the alternative cover. There is the first press of the CD has another cover. Bought this off Hasvek. So yeah, I think Hasvek still has copies on CD. Might even have copies on vinyl. But I bought this one on CD because I had like those bonus points you get when ordering, and I had a lot of those, so I got like free shipping and a couple of CDs for free, so I took this one. Yeah, probably will upgrade sometime to vinyl, but yeah, this is Wolfnacht Hyperborea. check it out. Amazing stuff. Don't let the, you know, the controversial cover art fool you. The music is absolutely brilliant. Wolfnacht Hyperborea. Yeah, check it out. Very Hellenic black metal, traditional. Cheers. Okay, so from Greece we are actually moving, we're moving forward, and we are moving into Mexico. Yeah. So Mexico. Let's see what we have from Mexico. From Mexico we have this one. Beautiful cover. So this is a band called Tlateotocotani from Mexico. A bit of a hard name, but if you can, you know, say it a couple of times, I think you can get used to it. So, band is from Mexico, established in 2012. The band calls its style of black metal elitist war black metal, and this is the 2014 first full-length album called Voces de Heroismo. I'm guessing it means Voices of Heroism. Yeah, very beautiful art here. The rally here. Let's go in the back. In the back we have some Mexico rally here. A bunch of labels did it, so you can have a look. Again, this was bought off Hasvek. And you can see the band is a member of this circle here. ONSP, so it's Mexican. Yeah, so what's interesting about this band? So they are, of course, as you can understand, nationalists. They are into National Socialism as well. There are some lyrics here. Most of the lyrics are spoken on classical Nautal. So Nautal is actually it's like an accent and a language at the same time. It's basically, it was spoken in Mexico, on this territory where the band lives, before Spanish invasion came in. So it's a Aztec language. In some cases it's considered to be dead, but the band is one of the bands in the ONSP circle that is basically dedicated to keeping this language alive. The album starts with a very mellow ambient-like intro. Of course, there's a speech by Adolf. Let's see if it has something on the inside. Yeah, it has. Beautiful art here. So ambient mellow info, speech of Adolf. Basically, like when the album starts, really, you get this powerful, triumphant, bombastic black metal with blood-curdling riffs and vocals. Sometimes it feels like it's a bit of a bestial black metal. Bestial black metal is mixed into it, but it's a unique band, in my opinion. From lyrics to the music to the way it's combined, it's very catchy. It's very, like I said, triumphant, bombastic, but it doesn't get on your nerves, like, you know, like, it's not... I always, when I think about something bombastic and triumph, I always want to say Manowar. You know, some songs that they have are like too bombastic and too proud and too, so, you know, it kind of even makes you a bit cringy sometimes. But yeah, so you know what I mean. Not in a bad way, I mean just like, yeah. But this one, it has this perfect balance. So yeah, this is Tlateotocani from Mexico. If you're into NSBM, check it out, especially if you're into NSBM from like not European countries, and especially if you want to see or rather hear classical Nautal, an accent which was spoken before Spanish invasion to Mexico. Yeah, check it out, it's brilliant stuff. Yeah. Alright, we're actually moving quite fast, so the last one is going to be a very, very, very super controversial cover, so a lot of people are gonna be pissed off. Don't be pissed off, that's just the cover of the album. Cheers, and let's finish this up. Alrighty, so this is going to be a vinyl, and here we go. You're not gonna mistaken this in the shop for a symphonic ambient black metal album, and then come home and say, oh shit, I didn't know. You know, the cover speaks for itself. So this is Aktion T Für. This is a, for the sake of it, I'm gonna refer to the band as T4, okay? I'm gonna refer to that in English. So, like I said, the band full name is Aktion T Für. So the band is established in 2017 in France and in Sweden. So it's an international project. It has two members. One guy goes by the name of Greenwald, and he's famous for playing in Armageddon. The other one goes by Raven Lord, and he's famous, well, sort of famous, most well known for playing in Woods of Infinity. Again, for those who don't know what Aktion T Für or T4 means, there's always a wiki page, but in shortly, this is an involuntary euthanasia program that was in Nazi Germany. So, mentally ill people, some disabled people, and so on, were, what's the word in English, euthanized, but you understand the point. So this is a involuntary euthanasia program, basically. Yeah, very controversial band name to very controversial, you know, band. The controversial name is given to a band that is also controversial. Anyway, it's a clusterfuck here. So yeah, the album is called Hitler is Watching Us from the Distance. Yeah. So this one is divided into two parts. Let's take a look at the back here. Of course, you got the famous picture of Adolf Raleigh. You can see the division here: side Adolf, side Hitler. So what's interesting about this? We're gonna start off with side Hitler. So this side. So this side is basically, you know how some bands do RAC or Rock Against Communism. I never liked that stuff because it's always like usually hardcore mixed into it or something like that. But these guys do a very good job. They don't do any hardcore here. What they do is they combine metal with thrash metal and with some black and roll. So it's like a very rock and rollish atmosphere on this side. It has this hooligan attitude, has a fuck you attitude as well. And what's interesting, one of the songs has a Varg intro on it, where Varg talks about National Socialism. So yeah, it's a very interesting style of rock and roll. Side Adolf here, it's more of a melodic, fast, riff-driven black metal. The drums are very good here. They're kind of in your face, and it has this second wave black metal feel. It's one of those bands, despite the cover art, despite the sketchy... fuck, I used that word again. I said I hate that word, but I use it, yeah. Despite the sketchy name of the band, going back to the euthanasia program, despite them having rock on here, which is not actually rock, which is, like I said, a mixture of metal, heavy metal, thrash metal, and a bit of black and roll. Everything is done very, very good. Like, this is a very catchy album. Let's take a look inside. More controversial stuff here. Here are the guys in question. Like I said, two members. A lot of people I've seen, like on Instagram, on social media, a lot of people who are not into NSBM actually enjoyed this album. This is a very, very good album. If you would like, especially if you put on the rock and roll side on, like your friends come in who are, I don't know, maybe who like don't listen at all to NSBM, don't give NSBM any money, don't support it or stuff like that. And you would put that on and they would say, hey, that's pretty good. And then you would go like, yeah, it's pretty good. It's dedicated to this guy. Also, a very weird name. Hitler is watching us from distance. I'm gonna give my 2 cents about the name. I think, like, considering the band name and considering the art, if they wanted to piss more people off, they should have actually called the album "Hitler is Watching Us from Heaven." That would piss a lot of people off. Let's take a look at the vinyl, because this one actually is a colored version. So this is a red one, as you can see, side Adolf here. The Hitler's gun, I believe it is, and side Hitler. So yeah, very interesting mix of black metal, thrash metal, and heavy metal, and black and roll. Overall, very good band. So this is Action T4, or let's call it T4 in English. International project. This one was released by... I always forget the name of this, IG. I remember the second, it was Farben or something like that. Yeah, anyway, I think you can get this on Asrar head copies and Hasvek head copies. I got this one from Hasvek, and I believe they still have the red vinyl. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed this update. A very controversial finish to a very controversial update. As you can hear in the background, the music stopped. That means we did, what, 25 minutes of this. Yeah, the album was like 25 minutes. We're on the 27th minute. So yeah, not that bad. Actually pretty fast. So, I'm gonna see you in April this time. I don't know which one we're gonna do in April. It depends on the mail that I will get, but we're gonna do something in April. Maybe even the second controversial, second politically incorrect update in a row. Maybe, who knows? But yeah, till then, stay well, stay safe, stay black metal.